my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see the car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whooping ain't over. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. Though I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, it's pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, it's pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a big slap, slap. Come get your face clapped.
Yo, what up, though, people? Welcome to the C Money Podcast. Where we talk that straight cash money talk. It's your host, C Money. What up, though, Jay?
Man, what it do? What it do?
You going, yo, fucking volume low as hell. Say that one more time, Jay.
What it do? What it do?
All right, there you go, loud ass nigga. But nah, same shit, different day. How you feeling, dog?
Man, shit. Another day, another dollar. Just happy to be alive and ready to rock it out.
Yeah, man, you already know what it is. So look, we gonna, know what I'm saying, get this shit jumping off real quick. So look, I'm gonna ask you straight up top. Did you see the All Star Weekend at all?
I was, I saw highlights of it.
Yeah, a lot of people really wasn't interested in exactly what the hell happened this, you know what I'm saying, weekend. It was pretty dull. But the format, we'll get to that a little bit later. But this definitely to me was one of the worst All Star games ever because I've never seen games where they fucking stop and let the fucking commentators come down mid game and have a conversation. But different story for a different day. You know what I'm saying? That was just weird to me. And then Kevin Hart throwing corny jokes, 30 minutes. We just gonna leave that alone. But the biggest snubs though. Let's start with JV. Who you think are some of the biggest NBA All Star snubs of all time? Ones that you think should have definitely deserved to make it, but for some odd reason just didn't.
Well, yeah, I'll say I know the one that I'm thinking of, at least for this year, and that would be Norman Powell. Well, I know some people be like, what the hell are you talking about? But I think he was the biggest snub this year.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Norman Powell, he definitely stepped up for the Clippers. Um, I, I can't argue with the Norman Powell one for sure. I definitely would think personally. I know he still played, but Trey Young, the way they've been shitting on this man these past couple years has been pretty ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me. Personally.
Trey, like
But
I don't know what it is about him, but he ain't been getting no type of respect or love.
I mean, Trey Young, I just feel like it's who he played with. And I think it's just the Hawks, and because the Hawks don't really get really no good publicity on them because they aren't really doing anything positive on the court. I mean, but outside of the 2 years that Trey took them to like the ECF and kind of like had an okay playoff appearance for them, outside of that, I really don't see that's like I'm saying that being a reason why that they, you know what I'm saying, give Trey Young anything.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, because I remember Joe Johnson was goddamn all star with them motherfuckers. I don't know. I think traders on rub too many people wrong in the league. He kind of like that Johnny Manziel type to him, but he can play ball though. But I can't knock him that he can't play ball. But I think he just rubbed people the wrong way.
I mean, is that because he's in a small market and he's one of those guys that's like he goes up against the odds, he tends to beat those odds, or is it just because niggas just don't like him?
Oh, here you go. Who would you say is a better player right now, him or Lamelo?
Melo.
That's kind of it. Like he good, but he not top tier. And Melo, I wouldn't even put Lamelo as top tier yet because he ain't proved nothing to me. But I think it's a little bit of his game because he is a star, and then a little bit of like people not liking him because you know the NBA got a lot of politics. There's a lot of
Hmm.
politics going on.
I mean, that's true too. I mean, there's also a lot of other guys that we could consider snubs, but that's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. But as
But
far as
yeah,
the weekend from the clips that you've seen, though, Jay, how you feeling about it? How do you like the format? Not like the format? What's going on with you? How you feeling about it?
well, when it comes down to, because I think when you talk about format, you talking about the Sunday night, the game where you got
Yeah, the game itself. Yeah.
four different games going. Well, three different games. Uh they played a little bit harder. I will give them that, but it's supposed to be East versus West. That's what it's
Hmm.
supposed to come down to, and they need to get back to that East versus West. Like we're not picking teams and all that stuff. I know they did that to try to make it more exciting, but look, give it one more try with just East versus West, and if it doesn't work, if they don't get the numbers that they want to see, my suggestion to just be the best 12 NBA players all the
Hmm.
time versus the world's best 12. Work it out. And you're going to have NBA players that are foreign, so they're going to play on the foreign team like Jokic and Giannis and Shea and all them. A lot of European players, a lot of foreign players are the best players in the league, some of the best players in the league right now. So I'm like, look, do it one more year, go back to the old tradition, East versus West. And if it don't work, do the US team, the NBA US team versus the world and rock it out, man. We got so many people in the league now from everywhere else, and a lot of these players are good. So I think that'll make it more competitive because then the US players don't want to lose. They want to play.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest argument that everybody makes. They don't play anymore. It's just a layup and a three-point shooting drill. So give them something to play for.
Yeah, personally, I feel like that's why this year was at least a little bit interesting. And granted, the format itself wasn't that bad. It's how they went about the format. I mean, the breaks in between games was fucking annoying as shit. Like, we are here to watch the game. If I wanted to go to watch the Kevin Hart comedy show, I go fucking do that. You feel what I'm saying? Or if I wanted to fucking watch,
paid.
yeah, you did. I mean, but the thing is, for me, if I wanted to,
basketball, yeah, I feel you.
yeah, if I wanted to watch Inside the NBA or TNT talk they shit, I just go on YouTube and type up a bunch of clips. I don't want to see that in the middle of the damn All-Star game.
Yeah. I heard it was a lot of breaks because I didn't watch it. It was a lot of. I saw they had like a Mr. Beast like segment and shit. It was a lot of other segments where they did a whole bunch of little shit.
Yeah, because the NBA is trying to incorporate the rest of the world, which I totally understand. But at the same time, you still have to keep the sport itself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, kind of like what you did, kind of like what the NFL did with the Pro Bowl. They didn't totally like withdraw, like, okay, we ain't gonna do nothing at all on this day. We're gonna still figure something out to make it a little bit more interesting for the people. I see that's what the NBA tried to do, but they took away the aspect of still playing the game of basketball, and that's ugly as shit.
Yeah, look, man. I told you. I think with my two suggestions, and honestly, I would like the latter than the former. Like, I would rather the best American players play like not even saying like, here you go, Giannis and Jokic and all these other guys, the best ones, they gonna get the starting job. But bring in the top 5 players over there in Europe, or maybe the top 6 players. Bring 6 American All-Stars if they make the squad or whatever, and just fill the rest of the European squad up and make them play American. That's the one I would rather see, because then we'll get a better gauge. Because, I watch Olympic basketball, and we'll get a better gauge on how our players are going to match up when it comes to the next Olympics. And then it kind of be a showcase for the world, too, so that the world would definitely pay attention more. But honestly, man, they could throw it back and just do East and West. Like, they could do it one more time. I really think the world want to be U.S. versus the world. I think that'd be more interesting. I think people will watch that shit during All-Star break. Like, our American All-Stars, the best of the league. Not just the niggas that get selected for the All-Star, for the Olympic team. Because I already know that's political, too. That's why Isaiah wasn't on the Dream Team and shit. So I'm like, nah, it's the best players in the league at the time and play the world. I think that'll be some fire ass. Well, here you go. Would you watch it?
Yeah, I would.
Now, I watch that shit too. I think a lot of people will watch it. So I'm like, that's what I would want them to do. But I will say, just out of tradition, man, give it 1 year just doing East-West and then go to that shit. Maybe by that time, LeBron will be out the league. So then, people can stop trying to act like he ruined all this shit.
Yeah, true. See, even when you look at like the rosters and shit, like it was kind of clear and obvious to me. I don't know about everybody else, but Shaq's OG's team was gonna win, bro. Like, to me,
they had all the best players.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when you look at the roster, even if LeBron did not play, the Shaq's OG's team was gonna win. You had Jaylen Brown as shooting guard, Steph at point guard, KD, Harden, Kyrie. Add LeBron, who didn't play, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Anthony Davis. Like, as just an all-star team, to me, just as an all-star squad, you're not beating that team, even if they were doing the East and West teams.
Yeah.
Now, that was just Coach Shaq with Kenny Atkinson helping. Kenny's young stars, they had Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, and Jalen Williams from the Thunder. Good team, but they're not beating the first team. Yeah.
Dude's got too much experience.
Now, the ones that I did think have a chance was the Chuck's Global Stars. And that's only because they had, like you said, the international aspect of it. They had Shea, Joker, Donovan Mitchell, Alperen Sengun, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, Wemby, Trae Young, who he ended up sneaking in for Giannis. But Giannis was the original player on that team.
Yeah.
But then you got Then at the end you got Candace's team, but
Yeah, we
that's
already know. Yeah,
basically
Rising
that's the
Stars.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah, them boys, and that's what Draymond was mad about. He's like, they ain't supposed to touch that court on Sunday night. That
I
shit's
mean,
sacred. I feel
they're
him.
not supposed. I feel them, but at the same time, it's. I heard Stephen A. and heard a lot of other people say it's their fault. If you didn't want these young guys in there, y'all motherfuckers shouldn't have been coming out here on every All Star weekend, damn near scoring 200 points per team.
Mhm.
That's y'all fucking fault.
Man,
If y'all
see, and,
come out here and play harder, these young guys wouldn't be playing on Sundays. Fridays would still be their day.
and look, I can get behind it. I can get behind because every time I see NBA players or anybody like that that's playing professional, I want to see you play for real. That's why I don't watch the Pro Bowl and I really don't watch the All Star game. Like I watch the 3-point shootout because I think that's gonna be the staple that's gonna last the longest.
Hmm.
Who can shoot the best? Dunk contest, I don't really care about that. Skills challenge, you just need to throw that in the trash. But the All Star game was supposed to be the last one where it's like that's something at least to watch. That's something at least to watch, and I feel you on that. Like we want to see them compete. But the sad part is a lot of these motherfuckers got. I ain't trying to knock it, but the NBA incentivizes certain things in these players' contracts. I don't think it's just the players don't want to play or don't want to play hard. I'm like, look, you incentivize certain things in people's contract. Once they got to the All Star game, they got a bonus. But they trying to get the rest of them bonuses for the rest of the year. We need to make the playoffs, get a bonus. Make the second round, get a bonus. Make the third round, get a bonus. Make it to the finals, get an extra bonus. Win that bitch, get a super bonus. So a lot of them players, once they get halfway there and they already got that first check, they think about the rest of the money that's down the line. It's like, dude, I
Yeah.
want to come out here and play hard and possibly because we see in basketball, man. You can play basketball just like me. People get some of the most freak injuries off of just KD. He playing it in the finals. Ripped your shit.
Yeah.
You done. You out for 2 years off of that. So a lot of players be thinking about like, what's the incentive on this? I understand I got my contract and I'm gonna get my base salary, take out the taxes or whatever the fuck. Because a lot of people be thinking like $100 million, they getting $100 million. No, they not. Come on, we're probably gonna get like $55 million. Then they gotta pay their agent. They probably leaving out of that bitch for like 45, maybe $47 million. They not getting the whole 100 mil. So I'm like, a lot of these players, they making a business decision. So I'm like, give them something that's gonna fuck with their pride. That's the main reason I say that shit. Like something that's gonna like the ego. Those are probably
Yeah.
the most egotistical people on the planet playing in them leagues. You the best of the best in the world. You ain't finna bring nobody over here and whoop my ass. That's why you saw when the Rising Stars played. Oh man, they made sure they beat their ass. They wasn't even playing with them boys. They made sure they beat their ass.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just like what you said in terms of the international aspect. You don't want somebody from overseas or quote unquote who's not supposed to be better than you coming in and whooping your ass.
You seen
And if you lose,
my bad.
no, I was about to say if you lose, you gonna look like, especially on the All Star weekend, which is supposed to be dedicated for the NBA and the NBA only. Now, it ain't like the FIBA World Cup, excuse me, where the like LeBron them came in like 03, 04 and they lost with a bunch of rookie niggas.
Mhm.
It was embarrassing, yeah. But nigga, this is the entire NBA on this one weekend. If all of us can't get it done that one weekend, we need to talk.
And think about the storyline that carried from that. They had to deal with that shit until the next Olympics came around.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's even more pressure on your ass to show up and show out. Because I'm like, when LeBron and them lost that shit, they talked about that. They talked about them that team losing down there. I think didn't they play down there in like South America or some shit?
Yeah, something like that.
And when they lost that bitch, all it was about was the Olympics. Who they putting on the team? LeBron done called the Toon Stars and shit. That's all they kept talking about. Because they lost that shit down there that really didn't fucking matter. But the rest of the world, they knew how people, especially in the media in America, they got behind it. It's like, oh, we could lose. No one getting goddamn where them boys went finna lose again. But it garnered people tuning in to watch that shit. Because during the Olympics, you know, the number one thing they watch is the basketball. They just hyped that shit up. That Olympics did crazy numbers. So I don't know, man.
The Olympics did numbers, but it's still just the win-loss factor in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, I feel like like you said, the winning and the losing, the feeling of losing will always stay with you. And the losing in the record book will always stay with you. So you don't want to be the first all-star team to fucking lose to an international team in the all-star weekend on Sunday.
Yeah, that's gonna motivate them. That's gonna motivate their ass to get out there and actually play ball. Cause the sad part, it should look like what they do in the off season. That's what it should look like. Them runs they be having out there in LA, the runs they be having in New York, the ones in Texas and shit, even the ones in Louisiana. Cause I watch those videos when them dudes they meet up at a gym and they just run 5-on-5. They
Yeah.
they were more competitive during them 5-on-5s than the All-Star game last year and the year before that. And I'm like, bring that type of energy. Come in there and show somebody something. A lot of folks got a lot of shit to prove, but I think if they have, just like you talking about, if they have something that will fuck with their ego, because honestly, you ain't
Mhm.
proving nothing by once you make to the All Star game. You already done achieved something. You got an All Star game selection on your shit. You good. That's something to add to your record. But if you got something to hold against you, something to hold over your head that's a negative, like, hey, we lost to the world. Yeah, you was an All Star, but you lost to the world. Man, look, man, them motherfuckers, they gonna get up and play. They gonna get up and play, and I think that's what they should go to. I need to put a poll up. I'm gonna put a poll up on the sports channel and see what people think.
Yeah, you definitely should. Now, speaking of the world versus the competition, now, how do you feel about this? If 10 years ago I told you that a guy that's not even in the NBA is the three-time NBA dunk contest champion,
Mm-hmm.
back to back to back, would you believe me?
Nah, probably not.
Just see what I'm saying?
Matt McClung. Matt McClung. I ain't
Mac
gonna lie though.
McClung did it again.
I ain't gonna bullshit though. Them refs was on some funny shit.
The dunk contest refs.
Yeah, man. Gary Payton and all them motherfuckers, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Some of those grades they gave on some of them dunks, I'm like, I don't know. And I look, Jaylen Brown just don't need to be in another dunk contest.
Yeah, I don't know why certain people are even in it, to be honest.
I'm like,
But
bro, you an in-game dunker, and you not even a flashy in-game dunker. You just dunk on some people every now and then.
yeah, I was kind of
Why is
confused
you
about
here?
Andre Jackson too.
Yeah, I uh,
Like he's
look.
he's one of our 3-point shooters.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was. When I seen him over there and Giannis was trying to get crunk, I'm like, this nigga supposed to be. I guess he about to show me something. Then I seen him dunk, and I was like, oh hell no, like, bro, that's your first dunk, and it was
Right. I
all
mean,
the same after that.
yeah, the only one who impressed me outside of Mac McClung was Stephon Castle.
And that's the one I thought was gonna win that thing. And that's why I'm like the score counting. I think they wanted Jalen to be in the finals. They just wanted him to be in the finals. But I'm like, dude, Castle had, if they gave McClung 50s for those 4 dunks, Castle should have got 50 on every last one of them. I don't care what the fuck that motherfucker talking about.
The only one
I'm
that I would argue that did not, I would say, did not deserve a 50, but definitely, in my opinion, I would say I'd at least give it a 49. Was the one where the guy kept missing the shot and he caught it and went in between his legs. Now, as far as that one, just because of the time, I got to give him a 49. But if
you
he
talking
didn't
about
take as
Castle?
long,
You talking about
yeah,
Castle?
yeah,
All right, I got you. I just want to make sure we talking about Castle. Because
yeah,
I
because
just, for
Castle,
a second, I was thinking about that white boy from whatever team it was. I
oh
was
yeah,
like,
nah,
Jesus Christ. That boy cannot make
nah,
that dunk.
he pretty much did a layup.
That's what
But
really
nah,
embarrassed me having him in there. But keep going, my bad.
no, I was just saying, but Castle, that was the only one I feel like, if not a 50, just because of the time, he got to get a 49. But they
Right.
were all
But
great
hell,
dunks that Castle did. All the dunks that Castle did were real good though. I ain't taking nothing away from that.
dude, that dude got bunnies, man. He got
Yeah,
bunnies.
that,
And he
that
was
man jumping
dunking
out
with
the gym.
power. He was dunking with power. That's the shit I like.
Yeah, that's the
I ain't
impressive thing. Like
I
that's
ain't
what
seen
made
that shit
Dominique look
since.
so different.
Yeah, I ain't seen that shit since Dominique and Sean Kemp and Vince Carter. I can't forget to throw him in there. like dunking with power, like you doing a difficult dunk or a dunk that the average NBA player can't do. Because I'm putting it like that. That's how we need to say it. Because the average human being can't fucking do half of that shit. The most I could do
Oh
is
hell no.
fucking do a 360 windmill. That's the best I could get. I could not go between my legs ever.
I
Dead
went
ass.
between my legs one time in my life.
I can never do it. I would always get the ball caught on my shorts. You know, during that time. Well, you don't know during
Shit.
that time because I keep forgetting that we got different age groups right here. Well, we used to wear real fucking big shorts. Like we didn't wear shorts that actually were perfect for basketball. We wore shorts that were like big as fuck. So I can
No,
never.
Jay, you're not wrong. See, look, I was the era of where the guys that was saying, so leave an example. As me being a senior, I had the longer shorts, the ones that just basically either went in the middle of your knees or went past your knees. The niggas in like sophomores and juniors that was on the team, they rolled their shorts up real high. I never did that. I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah, man, mine was all our shorts that we wear all the time were below our knees. It was probably like an inch or two, maybe probably about 2 to 3 inches below our
Yeah,
knees, standing straight up. It
exactly.
was like
And the only time I did do the between the legs, I had to roll my shorts up to do it. So I get you.
I started
I
playing in my
definitely get
soccer shorts. I ain't gonna bullshit. I started playing basketball in my soccer shorts and pickup games. People used to look at me crazy. I don't look like the shorts on. Hey, I'm about to cross you up, nigga. I can spread my legs, nigga. You don't even know what's about to happen to you.
you.
Shit
Hell
was
no.
real quick. But nah, fucking a lot of the dunks that Castle did, I think they should have gave him more points for it. But I think it was that same political shit I think we were talking about earlier. Fucking Look, they wanted Jaylen Brown in the finals, and he's not a dunk contest kind of guy, man. I'm like, dude, I'd rather you bring back Zach LaVine. I know he been hurt, but that boy still got bunnies. He still can dunk. Like Jaylen Brown don't need to be up in that shit, bro. You just went in there to goddamn get embarrassed by somebody that should be a street dunker. I don't know how much Matt McClung make it in the G League, but bro, you could do that and go to them street dunking competitions and shit because you got bunnies, bro. The little boy can jump. But I think they wanted him to get that shit again.
Yeah, I mean they already listed his stats though. He has 2 official NBA dunks, but 3 dunk contest titles.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, it's crazy to think of. Like, but that's the NBA world we living in, man. I mean, just to get this little All Star Weekend shit out the way, because there really ain't much to talk about. 3 point contest, that really wasn't too much to talk about. I definitely thought Dame was gonna win, but the eventual winner ended up being Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero. I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Yeah,
But hey,
Tyler had
he
to.
shot him. You can't argue with it. He shot him right because he barely got into the finals.
Yeah, he did. He barely got in. I mean, Dame. I didn't think Dame took that shit seriously. Looking at him, I mean, he looked too relaxed. I mean, he looked like he had other shit on his mind versus trying to, you know what I'm saying, win
Look,
another three
look,
point contest.
it looked like he just ate a fresh pot of gumbo. That's what it looked like to me.
Just something. He looked like he had the itis out that bit. Smoked a good
Like, bro,
blunt. Something.
I'm like, bro, you been hanging out with James Hart? What you been doing, bro? It's mid season, bro. You ain't looking like mid season form. But either way,
Man.
you keep going. My bad.
Now, I about to say, shoot, out there in Cali, you never know. He might have been out there fucking with Snoop and E40.
Ain't no damn telling.
Ain't no telling at all. But besides that, skills challenge, last but not least. Have you ever seen somebody get called out for cheating in a skills challenge live?
I
Chris
don't
Paul and
like.
Victor.
I was so pissed off about that one. I ain't even gonna bullshit with y'all, and I know I probably got the most unpopular opinion about this one. They didn't cheat.
Nah, I knew you was gonna say that.
They didn't cheat, man. I'm sorry. They didn't cheat. I don't look. They gonna change bet money next year. They gonna change the letter of the law. They gonna specifically put in there that you have to take a shot. They're gonna put it in there because you know Chris Paul is part. He's the president of the Players Association.
Yeah.
He has to
But no,
deal
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
NBA.
no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. They
He
switched it
ain't no
up.
more.
No, it's I think it's Malcolm Brogdon and Grant Williams is his assistant.
Oh, so they switched out.
Yeah, he gave it up.
Okay. Either way though, Chris Paul, he knows about the little law and talking to the league and all this shit. And there's no way that Chris Paul didn't look at the rules and then come in there and do that. Like he had to review them. He
Yeah.
reviewed the
No.
rules. And they did that shit on the spot because I bet money motherfucker was like, oh, that's bullshit. And if we let this slide, this just the first round. If they let them
Yeah.
get through with this in the first round, what they gonna do in the finals?
The same thing, and they was gonna win. So I
Yeah,
mean,
and
you
I
right.
don't.
No, you good. You
Go
good.
ahead.
No. You. I was just saying you right. They didn't cheat. It's not in the rule books. Like against what they did, they was right.
I just, ugh. I was just looking at that shit and I'm like, I see why Chris Paul was mad and they keep talking about he's still talking about it. I would be too. I'm like, bitch, what the rules say? And then they wouldn't let the reporter interview him. I thought that was funny. Security guard like, hell nah, bitch. You gonna have to wait, bro. You can take your ass over there. I thought that shit was hilarious too. But nah,
Yeah, I mean,
I
of
thought
course. They ain't gonna. They wasn't gonna let Chris. First of all, the NBA should have known the type of individual we dealing with. Chris Paul is a habitual rule bender. If it does not say in the rule he cannot do it, he's gonna try to do it and then argue against the fact. You didn't say I couldn't do it.
like for real. They're like, it wasn't against the rules. So I'm like, what they mad at? But I get why they mad because the fans started booing.
Yeah, it in my opinion, it was a weak showcase of what they did. Now, was it against the rules? No, but was it bullshit? Yeah. Like, let's be real, dog. Like, if we saying motherfuckers, like, if the 3-point contest was off of attempts and not makes, to see who could shoot them the fastest, then we would probably get the exact same result.
Hey, look, I laughed my ass off because, like you said, you thought it was some bullshit. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. That was probably like my highlight moment of
No, it was
the
funny, but it just what I mean by bullshit was in terms of what we seen from everybody else in that competition.
yeah.
Nobody else thought about it. So when Chris Paul went out there and did it, we like, whoa, wait, what the fuck?
Man,
As a fan,
look,
you confused.
it would have made it. It would have made the best. It was a highlight of the All Star Weekend to me, but I was hoping after that happened. I was like Draymond, like he playing so good, and Draymond in old Draymond fashion, he kind of fucked that whole segment up for me because Chris Paul shit and him and Wemby was supposed to be the highlight. The Draymond became the highlight in that finals. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah,
I'm like, bruh. And
I
then to
mean, it
go
was
up
good.
later on Sunday and say we gonna win the chip this year. I was like, yeah, I want you to have that energy, bro. But bruh, I just saw you in the skills challenge. Like, bruh, I can't forget that.
Right, like Draymond, you gotta relax. You got to relax, my boy.
He tripped me out with that one. But nah, I look, man, that Chris Paul one kind of got me. That one kind of made my night for that one because I came and saw that highlight after I got done with the stream, and I was like, they really disqualifying him for that? Because I can understand people like, man, that's some bullshit. But I'm like, it's not against the rules though. And I'm a rules kind of guy, like a law and order type kind of guy. I'm like, bitch, you didn't break the rules. You just didn't like it. You just didn't like it.
Yeah, see, and I mean, but that's why to go along with what you said, there's gonna be a rule change next year. And if people think Chris Paul winning that motherfucker blind and not knowing the rule, oh, he knew what he was doing. That's why he did it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
That's
exactly
exactly.
why.
Yeah. So I
Everybody's
mean,
gonna take Wemby forever to shoot. Think about it. Wemby is 7'4". He got to come down, get the ball, shoot the bitch. He got to fully extend after coming all the way up. Man, that's precious time getting wasted on the clock. He's like, nigga, just throw the ball. Just throw the ball.
just throw that motherfucker. If it go in, it go in. If it don't, it don't. I don't give a shit.
Throw all the motherfuckers, man. I ain't gonna hold it. That shit was hilarious to me because I sat back and thought about it afterwards. But my bad, man. Keep going. Keep going.
No, you good, man. So look, now that we got this All Star Weekend shit wrapped up, mind you, y'all, this is one of my first times doing this shit. So bear fucking with me if the sound is fucking up. So look, we got some NBA trade deadline biggest winners. Now I know we kind of briefly touched on this shit last time, but JV. So what I want to know from you is who do you think personally is some of the biggest winners and or losers to this year's, you know what I'm saying, trade deadline?
I'm gonna be biased as hell. And it's only because I saw something before the All-Star break. I think that Jimmy Butler pickup it's going to be very helpful to Golden State. I think it'll be very helpful. All the rest
I
of them I
mean,
don't care about.
the rest of them is just nuggos. Fuck them.
Yeah, I told you I'm being biased. But he gonna check it. When you play it, just mute yourself because you're gonna get an echo.
Yeah, that's how I figured was gonna happen. All right, I got you. I'm gonna play it right about now. So look, this is, you know what I'm saying, just a little short right now, but we're gonna obviously come back and conversate about it real quick. But NBA top 5 winners of the trade deadline.
All right, here are the top 5 winners of the craziest NBA trade deadline of all time. And winner number 1 is no doubt the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't understate how huge it is that they got DeAndre Hunter for Karis LeVert's expiring contract in pretty much 3 seconds. The more I think about it, I think the Raptors, I know it's cool these days to not be a Brandon Ingram fan, but he's a 27-year-old all-star talent, and they got him for like 1 first. That's pretty good. And yeah, obviously the Lakers and Spurs are big winners, but I'm not including them in this video because I want to focus on other moves. I love what the Heat did at the deadline too. The whole Jimmy Butler situation was just such a mess. So turning him into Andrew Wiggins in a first is kind of best case scenario to me. And then they got Davion Mitchell too. I'm not even just saying this, but the Wizards absolutely crushed the deadline. Picking up all these assets is just a clinic for what any rebuilding team should do. And my final winner is the buyout market because, yeah, I think there's going to be a bunch of guys available that can still help contenders.
And so look, like I said, I was gonna have some technical difficulties with the sound and shit at first. But JVJ, do you think that list is kind of accurate though?
Yeah, I can't knock it because some of those trades I didn't even notice, and I forgot. Look, I forgot all about the Luka trade, AD trade, De'Aaron Fox trade, and all that stuff. But I still stick with Jimmy when it came to those. But I didn't know the fucking Wizards grabbed all them players.
Yeah, the Wizards, they had a field day this year in terms of picking up players and what they could possibly do with free agents and things like that. But what I will say is, I do think that I think the Heat improved in terms of like not player for player wise, obviously, because losing Jimmy Butler and adding Andrew Wiggins is a complete difference. But what I will say is, adding Andrew Wiggins definitely frees up their cap space for later in the future. Because when you have Jimmy Butler signed to that contract that you had him signed to, you not really gonna get anybody like anytime soon. Especially with him re-signing, you got Tyler Hero with that big ass contract that he just signed. Bam, you got to re-sign him at some point. I mean, he was kind of in the bind with this whole Jimmy Butler situation. If we're gonna be totally honest.
Nah, you ain't lying about that one. They should have let Ben walk. But the sad part, that would have put them in straight up rebuild time, and I don't think they got time for that. I don't think the Heat trying to do a complete rebuild. I think they trying to just rebuild while they. You ever heard that saying? We building the plane while we flying it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what Miami trying to do. Cause I would have jettisoned a lot of shit. But
or like my granddad used to say, they building a house while still living in it.
There you go. Fucking but nah, I was surprised with some of those moves because I didn't get them all. And I actually be watching old buddy sometimes. He'll pop up on my shorts every now and then. I'm gonna have a debate with him one day. But nah, it was some instant trades that were made, like because the Warriors didn't trade Andrew Wiggins directly to the Heat. It was like a 3 or 4 team shit that went on. Didn't he get traded again after that?
Yes, he did.
Because I'm like, I thought he went somewhere else, but no, that was interesting.
No. Wig went straight to Miami. I just thought about that.
No, Miami. Who did everybody else get?
I know Jimmy obviously went to Golden State. Wig went to Miami. It was a 3-team deal. I can't remember exactly right now who the third team was involved, but that was definitely it for that.
All right, I was just confused. I was like, damn, because I thought it was some teams involved. But nah, man, look, all in all, It's gonna be interesting to see. It wasn't like blockbuster like some other years that we've had in the NBA, but it's gonna be interesting to see how these teams mesh together. That's what I told you. I was happy with what I saw with Golden State. I'm like, okay, Jimmy ain't really a shooter and shit like that, but I like the way he's fitting in with the squad right now. It's gonna be interesting to see how all this shit plays out in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, definitely is. So now my question to you would be this: who do you think is the biggest losers of this trade deadline?
Who didn't make a move?
Uh, that's a good question. I mean, a couple teams didn't make moves. I know the Bucks. We made the Middleton move, but I don't want to talk about that yet. I don't know how to feel about that just yet. But I mean, the Bulls had a fucking shitty deadline. They gave away Levine, DeRozan, been gone. I mean,
The Rose just keep getting. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Because Levine, he in Sacktown, right?
yeah,
So that's going. He his career about to end there. Yeah, that's crazy. But he seemed like he a little bit more lively, man. He been dealing with injuries for a hot minute. So I feel for that dude.
yeah,
What
I
about
definitely feel for him.
he got
I
he
mean,
rich though. Let me stop talking shit. He rich. Fuck him.
he said he rich. Fuck him. Hell no. But there's a lot of different shits. But look, we gonna keep it moving on because I know there's a lot more shit to talk about, a lot more crazy shit to talk about. But JV, our WTF of the week, this chick Big Dank. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Can't
you heard
stand
about
that
the
hoe.
situation.
I
Ah,
heard about it too many times. I talked about it too many times.
well, we about to get your opinion on the C Money podcast. This is our first time talking about it. So look, we're gonna get this Big Dank shit rolling. I'm pretty sure everybody heard about it. It's a young lady who's fairly large. She sued Lyft because she said that the person from Lyft was being discriminatory against her because the person said that she was not going to be able to fit inside of the vehicle. But a lot of people are saying it's bullshit because of how big Shorty is. But JV, you can roll the video if you want to. But this whole video situation is wild to me.
Lyft, and it's got the internet divided. So let's talk about it. So Deja, also known by her rapper name Dank DeMoss, or more simply Big Dank, is a musician in Detroit who, and this is relevant to the story, weighs nearly 500 pounds according to the Express Tribune. So the way the story goes is that earlier this month she ordered a Lyft ride to a Detroit Lions watch party, but when the driver arrived in his sedan, he apparently told her that he couldn't let her inside, and that's when she started filming.
Yeah, I got no space at all. My car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
With the man then saying that his tires were tired, seeming to imply that he didn't think they could support her weight, with him then telling her that he'd cancel the ride so she wouldn't be charged and suggesting that she order a larger vehicle instead. And so then Blanding posts that video to TikTok and Instagram where they then go viral and get picked up by several news sites. But now, like I said, she has taken it a step further. She has filed a lawsuit against Lyft for discrimination. And with that, you had her attorneys telling Fox News that weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
And so with all this, depending on where you go online, there have been drastically different reactions to the news, which is why with that, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here? I'd love to hear from you in those comments down below. This woman, Deja Blanding, is suing Lyft, and it's got the internet.
This whole situation is fucking berserk. But JV, since you have covered it before, give me your obvious first reaction and your natural reaction to the shit. What you think is going on with this Big Dank shit, man?
Man, look, my initial reaction was like, damn, this I ain't trying to be mean, but this big girl need to stop with the nonsense. She needs to stop with the nonsense. I can understand, like, and I watched the video, and I'm like, okay, she doing this shit for attention, like a lot of other people do. I'm like, girl, you are over 500 pounds. You over 500 pounds, and you ordered like just the regular Uber. I mean, the regular Lyft. Like, why'd you get Lyft XL? Like, you knew you know you fat. Like, you want everybody to believe that you not that fat or something?
I mean, I feel you, Jay. I can't argue with nothing you're saying, though. I can't even play devil's advocate because you're right.
Look, I look when I saw this shit, I was like, man, I do not want to have to feel like or seem like I'm coming down on one of our sisters because of her size. But I'm like, look, girl, we done got to this point. Look, you big as shit. Like we can't even sit around here and play. You big as shit, and obviously you a rapper. You can't be making that much money because you said you had to call for a ride. And I heard her interview talking about she was going to one of her friends' house and she didn't fit in her friend's car before. Like, why ain't one of your friends come and get you? You a rapper, you
Yeah.
supposed to have bread. And I'm like the story just not adding up to me. Like, there's so many other options you had besides pull out your phone and try to make somebody look bad because you try to get in their car and like, bitch, I wouldn't let you in my car. I wouldn't let you in my truck. You can get in the tailgate. You can get in the bed of that bitch. You
Oh
can get right
man.
there in the bed. I mean, I ain't trying to be mean, bro, but I'm like, for her to sue is what made it a bigger issue. Like, recording it is one thing, going on the internet and trying to get sympathy. I'm like, I can expect that every day. Somebody gonna try to make themselves into something one day or another. But to go actually and sue these motherfuckers for that shit.
Yeah, going out and suing for it is pretty egregious. I mean, how I look at it basically is like this, and this is how I feel, male or female. And again, like you said, Jay, I don't want to make it seem like I'm going at one of our sisters or something like that. We always like to always say, be self-conscious, be self-aware, and all this other good, happy shit about your damn self. Where the fuck is the self-awareness when it comes to your own fucking weight? I'm sorry. I know I understand loving yourself and, you know what I'm saying, loving the person that you are and loving the person that God created you to be, my nigga. But at the same time, bruh, fuck all that. Cause being unhealthy like that is just not okay. Like, just straight up. There's certain things that even for, like, we had talked about it before, JV, on backstage. It's certain things that even from a Christian aspect, the Bible will tell your ass being gluttonous is not okay. And I'm not saying that that's what she is being, but what I am also saying is at the same time, we gotta be self-aware about everything else except for our fucking weight, our sizes, all this other shit. That's what we want to be sensitive about. Fuck that shit. Get healthy, get right, and we wouldn't have these problems.
And look, we got too many people in society that support this shit. That's why they mad at Lizzo right now. She was out here promoting all that fat this and fat that. And then Lizzo was like, nah, to get the dude that I want to get, I ain't gonna be able to get him this weight. So I started losing weight. Oh, Lizzo, boo, you losing weight. Oh, boo. And I'm like, somebody being healthy, but like, we gotta stop doing
Right.
this shit in society and promoting negative shit. We promote people to destroy themselves. And then we hide it underneath the guise of beauty standards. Motherfucker, if don't nobody want to fuck you, but you can say it's beauty standard all you want. Ain't nobody attracted to that.
Nah.
I'm like, damn, you can tell a girl that he done smashed 17 girls and gave him STD. If she want to mess with him, she gonna mess with him.
That's
This
true.
girl, you can't tell somebody you can be 500 pounds and they getting the results like that. Fat people just don't get the results like that. They just don't, unless you got a lot of money. And the sad part, you paying for it. So I'm like, baby girl, you gotta adjust to what's going on, man. You can't be playing that game like that. And I think look, man. She got some problems in her head. I know she feels some certain type of way about her weight and shit, and she need to get on that and try to work on that. But doing what you're doing right now, because I even covered a video where she went to the Breakfast Club and she was complaining about her chair. So y'all ain't got another chair? Man, them boys went out and got her a couch.
That was sexual. Got a whole damn sexual.
I'm like, damn, girl, like, look, when your problem, like, when what you want to do in your life, and I say this to everybody, when what you want to do in your personal life starts to affect other people, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, do whatever you want to do. Like, if me, Rob, or you want to smoke crack at the house whenever we want to, go to work,
Yo, crack
do
is
our day.
crazy.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
crack is
though.
crazy work.
I'm just
Crack
saying,
is.
because I
You
gotta
can say
use,
cocaine or something, but
nah, man, it's gotta be crack. It's gotta be crack because the crack got a very
He
bad
said it
negative
gotta be
connotation
crack.
to it. It's gotta be crack. if we go to work every day, we come home, we don't break no laws, and we decide we want to smoke some crack at the end of the day, I ain't got no problem with you doing that. The problem is if we went out and smoked some crack and we started taking people radios and shit out of their car, then it's an issue. Then it's a damn issue. Cause you know, Rob, that's during our generation growing up. Crackhead bust your window and take your radio out. He'll take your radio out your car. Like that's when it become an issue. If she want to eat and be fat like that, man, baby girl, do your thing. But once you being so fat starts to become an issue for other people, that's when I have an issue with you. It's like, get me another chair. I gotta sue you because I want to be cheap and order the car that normal size people order, and I can't fit in that bitch. Nah, baby, that's not everybody else's fault. And now you becoming a problem for society. That's when I can't get behind you, baby. I can't get behind you.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. But hey, my boy Rob in the building, D-Town's on Big Bank for life. And ironically, Big Bank, my bad. Big Dank is from where my nigga Rob is from. So Rob, how you feel about this shit, dog?
You know, look, my thing is, look, if somebody don't want you in your goddamn car, they, you know, and look, my thing is, I ain't getting mad at it. Like, I don't give a damn if you 500 or 100 pounds. I don't want you in my goddamn car. Look, I don't want you. See me, I would have just I would just pull off on her ass. So when I saw her ass walking out,
Rob, you would got fired from Lyft real fast.
Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, go to Uber, nigga. Fuck that. You don't get like people don't understand you basically you make up your own hours and shit. Like, so I mean, I don't like that fire shit. Like, you don't fire you. Like, they like either they gonna just cancel your account or whatever. Like, it's not like a. It just can't drive on the market, nigga. But it ain't gonna stop you from other places like Uber or DoorDash or nothing like that. So
I'm saying, but think about it. Eventually, you gonna run out of places you can drive for.
But how often that happened though? That's my thing. So it's not a thing.
She might call all the apps.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not. But this is not an often thing we hear about, bro. So it's not like. And then plus, man, look, shit, nigga. If your ass, you feel like, hey, I feel like that was a real good reason. Look, I don't want you fucking up my tires. You know, so I think where you fucked up at, like, look, ain't the problem. The problem ain't if you can fit or not. The problem is you do put pressure on my damn car in the back seat. Yo, so you bounce your ass in my car. I feel like I got hydraulics. Like no. I'm not like people see me like you're not as big as I thought it was, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big solid guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Rob said, big solid guy.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, my thing is like, what's killing me? When she got to the Breakfast Club, what she say? It's when they got
y'all ain't got a bigger chair.
Yeah, she said like you should what she say? Damn.
I got
something on the lines of you need to have chairs that accommodate people her size.
Yeah, you need to accommodate people like the LGBTQ community.
I'm gonna play it, y'all. Y'all want to see? I'll play it real quick, like. Cause this shit was fucking funny. I
don't want your ass in my goddamn car. You could have got an XL. You could bounce your ass in their car. Like you want to bounce all my little ass shit.
And I got a question. What does the LGBTQ community have to do with being heavy set? There are a lot of people in that community that are not heavy set.
We don't accommodate them. Shit. The fuck?
That's right.
Look, this how that shit went.
Good morning.
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Hi,
how are you? Hey, King. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, King.
Got it. Yep.
Right,
It's the only seat y'all got?
The only seat ain't
What
this
you want?
about
What you
it?
need?
There's one more. A bigger chair or something.
Is she already little?
We had
That's what I'm talking about. Good. This is the accommodation.
There you go.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Good morning.
Ain't the and so she telling me she has this the only chair you got. So you telling me you telling me you're gonna try to sit on two chairs, and those ain't the type of chair you wanna you could try to sit on at the same time. Like what?
She's just too big for. She too big for. Like she needs special accommodation shit. It's like you don't hear people like Wembenyama, Shaq, Bobo, and all them complaining about being so tall. Like picture them flying on a plane. They make those seats for the average human being. The average human being, men 5'9", women I think it's like 5'6", 5'7", 5'5", somewhere between that range. They make those seats on planes, on trains, on buses, in cars, and all this shit for the average. You don't hear about tall dudes bitching all the time about shit. I remember when they were doing cribs back in the day. Shaq talked about his bed, and he had to get his bed custom made.
Yeah.
And when he sat in that bitch, he looked small. So just think about how big that motherfucking bed was. He had to get a custom bed. I'm like, this girl, like, girl, you know you big as fuck. And then on top of that, that's a choice. And I think that's what it really comes down to. You chose to be that big. You're not going to tell me you have a hypothyroid issue. I ain't trying to hear that shit. It's less than 10% of the population that got that shit. You just like to eat and not move. You like to put food in your mouth and not move.
That, and I ain't gonna lie, like you said with the whole tall people thing, like, bro, I'm way taller than the average. I'm almost 6'5.5", bro. Gee, this shit's not cool, bro. I got a Chrysler 200. That shit's not comfortable to drive, nigga.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
You need a 3. You be in the back seat driving.
Or F-150, something, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Or like you said, sitting on planes or sitting on train rides or normal buses. That shit's not comfortable for me. And you don't see bus companies or plane companies or even car companies making extra extended seats for tall motherfuckers like me.
They will not let you join the military if you are a certain height. People don't know that.
I didn't know that.
If you too short, like you dwarf level, or your ass is too fucking tall, they got a cutoff. Ain't no 7-footers. Man, find me a 7-footer in the United States military. Because I know somebody be like, well, they got one in China. China make all of the motherfuckers sign up for goddamn service. So it just come with territory. You ain't gonna find nobody that tall. Like, dude, you was your height in the service. Dude, they'll make you couldn't go to the firing. You couldn't go in the firing pits. Like when we
Nah, that probably make me. I'd probably be a sniper or some shit.
Nah, I'm just saying, like when we go to the firing range, we got half. Like it's you bring. I don't want to break down military shit for y'all, but it's like you have half the platoon is shooting, and half of the platoon is changing the targets. They in the back behind the wall where you shooting at, changing the targets out. You would be too tall to even be back there.
Yeah, I get shot.
They wouldn't let you come. Yeah, they wouldn't let you come back there at all. It's like, nah, there's a height limit because that wall is only so tall. It's like, nah, bro, when you lift that target up and shit, your ass can get your ass shot. Nah, you can't be back there.
Exactly. And I ain't trying to get clipped or nothing like that. Trying to, you know what I'm saying, have target practice. But this big dang situation is kind of crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, like how JV says on a lot of his other videos, I will keep y'all updated on this shit because I am pretty interested in this to see where this goes. I wonder if Lyft's gonna punish the driver or how far this shit really is gonna be taken on some real shit.
No, they're gonna pay her out. They're gonna pay her out because the sad part, they can classify. Look, man, she might get a sympathy judge or a sympathy jury. And they'd be like, yeah, well, they discriminated against her. But in the grand scheme of things, they actually offer another option. She just didn't want to pay for it.
So yeah, and then that might come into play as well in terms of an argument for Lyft. Like we got more than one option. You just didn't pick it.
Oh, no, they just gonna. Honestly, I tell you, I think they're gonna settle just because they don't want the publicity.
That's fair.
Like, oh, you didn't give a fat girl the ride. That's what they don't want. Companies be selling on some dumb shit sometimes. I'm like, man, look, that bitch could have ordered XL. Like in some real shit, logical shit. It's like she could order XL. They'll probably just throw her some money and tell her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no,
that's give you free Lyft rides for a year or something. That's what I give her. You get free Lyft rides for a year, man. All of them gonna be in XL though.
Yeah, that's real shit. I mean, like this whole big dang situation, like I said before, is pretty crazy. But JBJ, I don't know if you put that other video up for me.
But I'm talking about the All-Star yet?
Oh yeah, we did not. Give your thoughts on it real quick though, Rob. We got a lot of time still.
Man, they need to cancel that shit. I just made a video. I just made a video about it while I was eating my food. Nigga, they didn't cancel this shit. At this point, it's just getting pathetic. Like, I remember when we was growing up. Like, I remember growing up. If you had a bad All-Star game, All-Star weekend one year, the following year is gonna slap. That's how I used to always work. It's just flip floppy. Now it's just consistently being trashed. Like, and then, bro,
I'm right back.
And then, goddamn, like you got all these niggas in the NBA, but it take a damn white boy who's barely 6 feet, nigga, to save the goddamn dunk contest. This nigga get a 10-day contract every damn year just to be eligible for this damn dunk contest.
I said that.
This shit, like, man, this shit is pathetic. If I'm out, and you know what? And then it's crazy. It would trip me out. So, you know, I ain't been paying attention to the NBA this year. I didn't even know they changed the damn format.
Yeah, the format was weird, bro.
I was trying to find the damn game. They introducing the damn Rising Stars. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? It's a replay? Fuck, it's a game. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's on another channel. And then just to find out, oh no, it's a NBA tour All-Star tournament. I'm like, oh my God. It came down to this. I'm like, bro. I'm like, dog. And it's not like, bro. And then like, bro, the niggas that made it, bro, they got knocked out the first round. I'm like, bro, this shit is trash, bro. This shit ain't get serious to the Rising Stars play the other All-Stars, and they just play hard so they don't for pride. And so I'm like, bro, this shit is terrible, nigga. And they just all these activities. And the nigga, I mean, it's cool to see the little white boy win 100,000, but nigga, what the fuck, Kevin Hart? Like, not funny no more. Like, like, oh, this shit is just terrible. Like,
well, Rob, I had a question, and I want you to go answer the poll. I don't want you to answer right now. I want you to go over and answer the poll. Would you rather? Matter of fact, honestly, I ain't even know. Would you rather? Would you like to see next year for the All-Star Game be? Because I think this is a solution to make it more entertaining. Have the best American NBA players go up against the best NBA and world foreign players for the All-Star Game.
I mean, they could do whatever they want, bro. But the problem is, if these niggas gonna play, bro.
No, I'm asking, would you rather see that?
If they're gonna play hard, that's gonna make them play hard, yeah.
Well, here you go. Think about it. That's the incentive. You think the American players want to lose to the European players?
That's a good reason. That's a good reason.
They just like how you just said, the Rising Stars, they got up and played with the Rising Stars. They didn't want to lose to the Rising Stars, so them boys got up and played. But think about it. Jokic, Giannis, fucking Shea, all these foreign players will be on the team, plus all the best players that come out of Europe. Have them stack a team up and go against the rest of the NBA players that made All-Star 2.
But Jay, this is like, and like you making a lot of good points, but just look, bro, like it's crazy that the damn people got to come up with these damn solutions for some niggas to play some damn basketball. They play harder than the goddamn open gyms over the summer.
But see, you got here a little too late. CJ, I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna let CJ reiterate my points on why I think that shit is, but I'm thinking about a solution. I'm thinking about a solution to the grand scheme, but keep going, my bad.
But it's like, I feel like that's what the commissioner try to do. Like, you know, and I can't even get mad at Adam Silver because he's trying to make this shit an entertainment. You know, you got Draymond talking about, you waited so long to go to the All-Star game, and you got to play the Rising Stars, blah, blah. Nigga, well, that's your fault.
Thank you.
That's your fault. If I'm Adam Silver right now, I'm canceling that shit. Fuck that shit. I ain't giving you niggas no more money so y'all can come up this motherfucker and play half-ass. You know what? Your damn All-Star game is the All-Star shit is the play-in shit, the play-in tournament. That's your All-Star. This nigga's full of shit,
Rob,
man.
I think you're going a little too hard on it, Rob. I think
man,
you're going a little too hard.
Man, if they lucky I wasn't in. See, I was hoping the fans would have booed them niggas, bro. If I was in that bitch, I would have been this bitch like, boo. I would have been like, All Star up, All Star. I would have, man. That's
I can see Rob doing that shit too.
bro. That shit
And
was
like we'll
terrible,
be
bro.
together
It's
with him, and I
pathetic.
just look, we'll be sitting right beside Rob. Rob start doing that shit. I'll be like, yeah.
Man, I would have been. Man,
I'm like, I
yeah,
ain't with him. I ain't with him, man.
it's trash.
I'm just saying, yo, right. I'm saying
They
instead
will.
of
Hold
like,
on.
cause a lot
Well,
of
really be pissing me off when they be interviewing the players like, "Oh, I think it was a good for us, for us to be more competitive." Nigga, competitive of where? The fuck?
you got to admit, and that's why I say, look, we can talk about the problem till the cows come home, but this is one of the ones that's simple about trying to fix it. And that's why I say I gave my suggestion. Do you have a suggestion that would make it more interesting in the future?
I can't make the niggas. We could come
No,
up with the
Rob,
idea.
just a suggestion. You can't keep saying I can't make somebody else do it. I'm saying create a format that you would think they would do something in. It's still gonna be up to them regardless whether they want to play hard or not. But what do you think would be a good solution to fix the problem?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I really don't know because I felt like they tried every damn thing. Like,
Well, I
uh,
gave
like-
you go, CJ. You heard my solution. I think that would fix it. Get the best
Yeah,
players in the NBA, and I think that'll make them play.
I think that'll make it. I think what you're saying to make it more interesting, but at the same time, like Rob said, it's all effort though. You know what I mean? These niggas gotta at least come out here and play like at least like they at the Drew League, at least something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or
they
we're
come
gonna
out and
be
do
having
that.
the same conversation next year. And there's another
think
thing.
about it. It's not about the money. It's about you got to incentivize the pride. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, get into the mindset of the people that's around you. If these motherfuckers getting paid millions of dollars, it ain't no amount of money that you're going to put up for these all-stars. They already probably got a $20 million bonus just from becoming a goddamn all-star. That's not going to incentivize them. Incentivize them to make them think like, hey, you just lost a game and people going to talk about it. It ain't just like no all-star game. No, you got motherfuckers come from goddamn Zimbabwe, came over here and whooped your ass. That's going to motivate them niggas to play. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about a solution to solve the issue that the fans are having, because the players obviously ain't got no problem with it. They ain't got no problem with it, so I don't know why people trying to come at them. Like, people still watching this shit. The same people that complain about it still watching it. So I'm like, if we want to make it better for the fans need to come up with a solution. That's why I think if you pick all the all-stars in the NBA, all the ones that are European, they go to one team, and all the Americans go to one team. And if you need to fill spots, grab the best players from overseas, make them come play with the other guys, and then grab other players out of the NBA and make 2 12-team rosters and have them play each other. I bet you money them niggas gonna get up and play because they're not trying to lose to nobody from another country. And I think people are watching. Think about it. It'll grab more people around the world to watch, because then they'll see somebody that play in their country or from their country in this game. They gonna tune in too.
Yeah, I think in terms of effort, that would help. But in terms of idea for format, it's either that or I would say mix up the young guys with the international guys and make them go up against the OGs. Call it a day.
They just doing one-on-one.
If that happens, if the international stars and the rising stars get together and go up against the OGs, Joker's gonna have a triple-double in MVP.
Man, look, you got to get off of that big, tall Slovenian. Is he from Slovenia? Where he from?
He's from Serbia, buddy.
Oh, Serbia. Yeah, it's cold out there, man. We gonna turn the heat on his ass.
Shit, it's cold up here where I'm at.
You crazy in life. Joker is out here proving that he should be MVP. If it wasn't for the fact that this is SGA's year, Joker would be.
I'm about to say Shea winning that bitch.
Yeah, Shea's gonna win it. But it's because he's having a great year. Like 40. I mean, this man scored like 50 fucking points the other night. This shit is crazy. But
the nigga scored over 150 points in 3 games.
Yes, he did.
He should have won last year. Shit.
But if it wasn't for that, actually, there is an argument for Joker to win MVP. But it's going to SGA. Whatever. Joker is the man, and I feel like Denver is going to turn their season around. But back to the All-Star game. The All-Star game, I feel like Yeah, there is nothing that's gonna ever change what's going on. Ever since can I say his name? Because I don't know if you guys think that I'm like biased against him, like I hate him.
Go ahead.
Ever since LeBron changed the format, his ass he been causing the All-Star game to go down. It's no longer competitive ever since he
Strike one.
ever
I said shit. I say when Steph Curry, because everybody want to be like Steph fucking Curry. Like the fuck?
Oh my god.
That's
Hey,
what
you
the
said you
style.
like when he shot that shit from the
CJ, this
logo.
might be a longer segment than you expected.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm trying to hold my tongue on this. This
I'm
is
just
crazy.
saying, niggas just want to just run and just niggas
Whose
don't
fault is
even.
that?
It be one person in the goddamn paint, barely.
Whose fault is that?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna blame Steph. I'm not gonna blame LeBron. I'm gonna blame the fact that ain't none of these niggas that competitive with each other.
Nah.
Yes, nigga.
They don't want to be competitive.
That's
They
the
just run
point.
They let Jason Tatum get him fucking dunked to win the game. Like what the fuck?
That's what CJ's saying. Like, look,
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no effort in this shit. None. There's no fucking rivalries in the NBA no more. There's no man, fuck you when we hooping. I'm finna bust your ass. I'm finna talk this shit. I'm finna do this, that, a third. You might catch an elbow. I might catch an elbow. But off the court, we still might be cool. There's none of that no more.
It's still there, man. It's still there. People just ain't. We gotta stop glorifying motherfuckers back in the day that couldn't play defense. We gotta stop doing that because that's what it is. And I don't care about no old head. They get mad about it. They fouled like that because they couldn't guard the person in front of them.
Yeah, the older generation, but our era, they play defense.
They still do. They still play defense in regular games. They still play defense in pickup games in the all season. It's just the All-Star game that we talking about. That's why I won't say the whole NBA. That's why I wouldn't blame shit on Steph for people shooting threes. Coaches in high school, AAU.
I was blaming Steph
school,
in a good way though.
No, I'm saying it's not. These players shoot at a higher percentage than the old heads did. Because we could turn around in our generation. You can have somebody in a generation now of the 3-point age. They turn around and say, why the fuck they always throwing that bitch to the paint? And let that big man just sitting there and clog up the whole shot clock. We can sit here and look at that shit like it's done when we know we got people out here that are capable of shooting shots. Well, during their time, they didn't have people that could shoot. So they
Can they bring back the mid range?
Yeah, so they beat the paint. Everything was inside of 20 feet. Because the
It's
motherfuckers
not
didn't have
even-
the skill to do it. People got the
What I-
skill to shoot threes now.
What I like, I feel like it's a miss art now. Like there's no more. Well, I won't say there's no more, but there's not much ball move. Like when we watch something, it's like, bro, it's like I didn't realize how fucking important like ball movement could be, like especially entertainment, because like, bro, it's like you get off the court, it's like you see 1 or 2, 3 passes, a nigga doing the ISO or some everybody on the 3-point line. Is like, bro, it get boring to watch, bro.
It's spacing. It's called spacing, man.
Call it, bro. It doesn't mean
that's what it is. It's called spacing. And I don't get how you don't see people passing the ball. You watch the Warriors still?
I didn't say all of them. I'm gonna say it's like
do you think majority of the league doesn't pass the ball and move and rotate?
No.
Majority of the league does.
They do.
Yeah.
They just doing well. They just don't do it good.
They do. They pass it to shooters.
No, I'm talking about people come down, they run sets. Like, majority of the league run sets. They just don't come down, just jack up threes. Majority of the shit y'all probably watching is coming off a fast break, a rebound and transition. Y'all not paying attention to when it gets to half-court offense. Them teams are running sets. They just shooting threes majority of the time instead of getting in the paint hard. Like I don't know what. I swear I don't know what people be missing, and I don't know what the fuck they be watching. It's the same thing like in college football. When the NIL came out, people are bitching about, oh, they getting paid. It's gonna take away from the sport. They still playing fucking football. Like, what are we talking about? I really don't know what that argument is because I watch games. And I'm like, these dudes are still passing the ball, they running sets, They moving around. Yes, majority of the shots are threes or layups and dunks. I get it. Everybody want to see the mid-range. I don't understand why. You still got people in the league that are just predominantly mid-range shooters. DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, these Kawhi Leonard, motherfuckers that don't shoot nothing but mid-range. But they don't see that? Y'all don't see that?
Yeah.
Because there's like 30 attempts from 3-point line.
Because
So
it's wide open. Or either it's a shot that they can make. Like, think about it. Before we saw nothing but non-stop shots. Fade away. Michael Jordan made the fadeaway mid-range. Famous. That's pretty much a fadeaway three now. That's all it is. The distance has just been greater. It's been made greater because the players can make that shot now. We didn't bitch about the mid-range when Jordan was shooting it. So why are we bitching about the three? I don't get that. It's just they just moved it back a few more feet and people shooting the same contested shot that Jordan then would shoot all the fucking time. I bet money it was some old heads before them talking about, man, they just need to pass it in the paint. Give it to the big man. You clogging up his space. I bet money it was some people that were saying that shit before. It's called the evolution of the game, man.
Joker
gotta
still
get used to the evolution, man.
Joker still posts. Joker still posts.
There's a lot of
That
players
nigga
that still
posts fast.
Yeah, he ain't no real post player anyways, to be real with it. Like, Joel Embiid's a real post player. He got
Let's not talk about
type shit.
Let's not talk about part-time players.
I'm just saying though, like Joker ain't got no. Joker is not the most skillful. I'm not gonna say he ain't got no skill. He is not the most
He
skillful
posts up
person
to
in the game.
pass. That's not his game. His game ain't back to the basket, 1-2 dribbles, go for a dunk, layup. He can do it, but he'll post up to try to create for other people.
And if Joker go, he either gonna go one or two ways. He gonna go really fast or he gonna go really slow. Anything in between is a pass.
Yeah.
He's gonna catch the ball, put his shoulder down, and go straight to the hole. Or he gonna get it and he's gonna sit in it and he's gonna try to slowly work somebody down. And he don't do that much because people come and help majority of the time. So usually he's more about going fast or he's gonna pass the ball.
Yeah. But overall,
I don't get it.
Overall, in terms of the format, though, that shit's lame. And I mean, 3-point shooting is a problem in a way because I mean, we got niggas on 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s chucking threes when they can clearly get a layup and choose to do that other bullshit. But I mean, you get the point, though, Jay. I mean, some threes are definitely unnecessary as hell. Other threes are definitely within the game of basketball, but you got better shooters nowadays than you had previously. So of course you're gonna have more 3-point shots being taken. But is that necessarily good basketball? I wouldn't say that. No.
But you know who I blame all that shit on? Because everybody keeps trying to blame the players for it. Who fucking coached them? If the old heads want to blame the young heads for doing what they're doing right now, it falls on the old heads' feet. It falls at their doorstep. Because they the ones who allowed them to do it.
Yeah.
They allowed it. All these old heads talking about, we used to play hard back in the day. Well, guess what? Why the kids playing supposedly soft to you right now? Because y'all motherfuckers changed the rules. It wasn't the young niggas that changed the rules. It was the old heads that changed the rules. Young folks don't run shit in this country at all. Young folks don't run shit in the world, period. It's the old heads that run everything. They run everything. And then they transition out. Then the young folks become old folks. Then they run shit. It's like, look, if you want to blame somebody for how the game is or how the game and transition, it don't start with the young folks. It start with the old folks. Because they allowed the shit to happen. If you allow your kid to start drinking at fucking 12 years old, and by 21 they a fucking alcoholic, you don't blame the kid for being an alcoholic. He still got to take some blame. But motherfucker, you let him do it. You the old head, it fall on your doorstep.
Yeah, you caused it.
Everybody want to shoot fucking threes. Guess what? Y'all let them shoot threes.
Yeah, that's true. I'll definitely give you that. Great points all the way around, though. And shout out to Uncanny, too, with his fucking Houdini ass popping up and then fucking disappearing and shit. But we're going to get to the last segment of the night. Obviously, one of JVJ's more famous or topics for doing. We got some police shit going on. Rob, this is my first time seeing this video, so if I don't know what the fuck going on, it's you and me first time obviously seen this shit. JV, I don't know if you've seen this before, but
Yeah, I did a whole live stream on this bitch. Right here, you ready for me to play it?
exactly. So yeah, but we got when teens outnumber the police. Let's see what type of shit goes on in this shit.
All right, bet. And I'm be quiet. It's all for y'all to talk about.
No, nigga.
What building? Come on now. No. What building do you live in?
Officers respond to a call of a fight between about 20 teens. Some of these teens are known to have an extensive criminal history.
So I'm gonna tell you. This ain't a. Oh, I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna get. Come on. What you doing that for? Well, because it's called loitering and prowling, and you're obstructing. Come on now. What you doing that for? I just came my
He ain't got nothing to do with that. He just got school.
Who are you?
I'm his cousin.
You're his cousin?
I'm his cousin. I ain't do nothing. I just got over here.
You can take me. You can take me.
I got my phone and my stuff. Come on. Hey, no, come on. Go put your hands.
You're about to go to jail too.
Damn.
Sir, stop. Please, sir, stop.
Yeah, what you say? What you say?
Back it up. Back it up.
It's my big sister, please. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Please, my big sister. F me, bro. My big sister, bro. Please don't do nothing.
Take me out these handcuffs. Put in the car. Step away.
Big sister.
Step away. For what? I ain't
Okay, Jay. First of all, I don't think they should have just put the first dude in cuffs like that. The other little kid running up on him, he shouldn't have did that shit. The chick running up on him and actually hitting the cop, ain't that fucking assault?
That's what they would call it.
So yeah, even if she didn't have shit to do with the actual situation, now she going to jail anyway. I mean, that's what it seemed like.
They got a reason.
Yeah, they definitely do.
They got a legal reason for her, at least.
Yeah, for her, definitely. But Rob, what you seeing so far, dog?
Yeah, pretty much what y'all saying. Shit, tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that shit. All them kids, that shit was random. But you can keep going, Doja.
Right.
We got nothing to do. We just game over here. My sister, get my sister the f up that ground. Or everything a mistake the f one of your officers. Oh God. Let me go. I ain't got no Wi-Fi, man. Let me go.
Where do you live at?
Oh, I don't stay out here.
Then get out of here now. Where do you live at? You work here. All right, kick rocks. Where do you live at? All right, kick rocks. That one. Which one? Red shirt?
Hey, okay, I get down. Call my mama.
Where do you live? Then leave. Where do you live? Get your hands out of your pants. Get your hands out of your pants. Where do you live at?
Don't touch me.
Where do you live at? Huh? Where do you live at?
Why you in my face, cousin?
All right, cool. Where are you getting hands from?
Nobody did to y'all.
I didn't do nothing to you. Stand
Yes,
up.
you did.
Because all I did was put you in cuffs.
Don't give me the on this ground and get me out of these cuffs and take me home. See, I got you dropped out body cam.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
If you don't live here, leave.
There's a lot of fucking kids, I'll tell you that, man.
So you tell me no adults?
Say that again, Rob.
Are you telling me no adults hear this shit? Like, that's an apartment complex? It look like?
That's what I'm thinking, too.
What the fuck?
It's an apartment complex.
I'm just me. Maybe it is in a day. Niggas could be worried, but I don't know. If I hear some loud shit, I see the police. Like, if I see a bunch of kids, like, you telling me nobody parents ain't coming out?
Or no adult?
No adult at all. Like, it's like, what they getting arrested for?
It looked like all of them. The video just started from where we all just seen it from, so I'm assuming they all was just over there, or they got a call about a fight or some shit like that. But now we just see a bunch of kids just getting, you know what I'm saying, put in cuffs at this point.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
trying
that
not to
could
spoil it
happen.
for
Like,
y'all.
because I've been
Y'all
in
keep
some
speculating.
situations. I saw some shit like that. Niggas getting in some fight. I don't know some resident coming home from school. They call the police. So that could be an idea. But these niggas they just arresting niggas left and right.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about. They ain't now. Like we said before, the only one that we do definitively know why she going to jail is the little dark skinned chick that ran up on the police and basically kind of like tackled him in a way. We know why she gone, but
My
everybody
thing,
else we got no reasons.
like my thing is, like, you gonna arrest motherfucker, arrest who you gonna arrest, but goddamn, you over why does it matter, like, if motherfucker is still outside? Like get what you need to get and get the fuck on. Like, you over here trying to find a reason to lock somebody else up. Like, all right, you got the two little niggas you need and the little girl. All right, do what you gotta do, get the fuck on. Like,
Yeah, shit, they gonna run out of handcuffs at this point. Shit.
I just wish it was a more deeper story, because it was like the way they start the video is like,
Do y'all want the story?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot it.
So pretty much, somebody in the neighborhood called, in that apartment complex called. It was a bunch of kids around, and 2 or 3 kids were fighting. So they called because they saw the fight. The cops show up. It's a bunch of kids out here. They don't see a fight, and this is what happened once they showed up. So they got called for a fight. When they pull up, ain't nobody fighting, but they just see a bunch of kids. So this is how they moving.
See, then at that point, that's just an assumption then, because how you even know if that's the right kids?
You were kind of hitting the nail on the head with the first kid.
Yeah, I kind of like you could tell when niggas on some bullshit in a way. Like,
true.
Like, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's like us being black. You could see certain niggas like, okay, this nigga right here. Like, and then you're young, so you don't know how some of these kids' reaction be. Like, some of these kids can't hide their emotion. Like, I don't know what the nigga look like. I don't know. It seemed like he was running. It seemed like he just got done running. So I don't know.
It seemed like he got done running.
Like, was he breathing fast?
No.
Nah, he was. It just seemed like if there was a fight, if we're gonna be real, it seemed like he was the first one to get up out of there after shit went left, and they just ran into him first.
Yeah, it could have been. He could have just been nervous, low key. But
yeah,
it looked, man. Look, and I'm gonna go back real quick, like for y'all,
because he kept telling them where he lived at.
He looked nervous, but he could be nervous.
It looked like he named one black person that ain't nervous around the cops. But it looked like they went for the one kid that had fucking locks or baby locks in his head. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me. They went for the darkest, blackest kid with different type of hair, nigga hair, like they like to call it. That's what it looked like to me. But I'm gonna let y'all keep speculating because I said
If they was calling for a fight, he don't even look like he was a part of the fight. So what you talking about?
Look, he dressed like that. He got a book bag on. His clothes ain't dirty. He got a fucking hoodie on, zipped up. They went for him, and they here for a fight.
You look clean.
He here for a fight.
Man, look, they got a call about some niggas, and they gonna find them a nigga.
Yeah, pretty much.
Found them. They down sure. Look, they had a lot of black kids to pick from. I ain't gonna say niggas, cause that I use that term sparingly.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what they think.
Yeah.
All black people niggas. But y'all want to keep playing?
Yeah, keep it rolling. Shit.
Calm down.
If you don't live here, leave.
Y'all got my brother. What the f***? He didn't even do nothing. Y'all just texted him.
If you don't live here, leave. If you live here, go to your home.
Come get my phone.
Calm down.
Come in to call my sister.
I told you no.
It's right.
What is Nomi?
She want her phone.
No.
She ain't did shit, so why she can't get her phone?
Stand back. Just ignore us, please.
Yeah, just ignore me.
We will. You want to go to jail?
Because they were just fighting, man. They tripping. Come to the gardens. They got her in the car, bro.
Step away.
Hey, I'm on the phone. Stop talking. Why you keep talking? Boy, just wait till my daddy get out here, boy. I'm not so.
Here's another thing.
Man, shut up, bro. Chill out, bro. You alright? You alright?
Man, they just arrested him too.
Where do you live at? Where do you live at? All right, you're about to come here and talk to me. Where do you live at? Hey, good. You do have to talk to me. Watch me. Where do you live at?
I gotta ask you a question.
All right, then cool. We're going to handcuffs. Come on. Number 5.
Yeah, they just grabbing motherfuckers that won't talk
I
to
can do
them.
this all day long.
Last time you talking, you said you're gonna kill us all.
I didn't say that. So we can put you just put me in handcuffs because I didn't want to answer your question.
That's called obstruction.
That's not
And right now, loading and prowling and obstruction.
Do you know the rule, bro?
Do I know the rule? Yeah, I know the rule. I know the rule.
You just
Hey,
put
can
me
you
in
stop
handcuffs.
for a minute?
Absolutely, it's not a rule.
Wow. Yeah, they just grabbing motherfucking kids at this point.
But this is like my problem sometimes, right? And it's like right now when I'm watching it, it's very cringy, bro, because I'm like, and maybe it's just me and how what I was taught growing up, but bro, you could I wonder, bro, who is teaching these kids, bro, like talking to these kids how they should react to certain things, bro, like. Because one thing I just saw that young girl, and one thing I would preach to my daughters, bro. Like, and you're in a situation where any adult or a man trying to approach you or to try whatever, you don't be yapping out your goddamn mouth. If you in a situation you could just fucking walk away.
Yeah.
Like this is like it's like irritating me, like bro, like when I was younger, bro, and I'm pretty sure y'all had the same thing because y'all just seem like some niggas like that. Y'all was brought up really good, but I was like taught like nigga when you dealing with fucking police, like are you gonna it's most likely because who you are, it's gonna be an L, and you're in a situation where you go. Will just walk away and you could figure the rest later. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of that. Because it could get a lot worse. You know, especially with this, bro. You got all these kids, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Like I don't like seeing shit like that when it comes to like kids in harm's way, like shit like that. You know, these kids don't even. I don't think them kids realize they were just in harm's way, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just yapping off the mouth. Like it could be real violent. Like that's why I question, like, damn, where the adults at? Like nobody hear this shit. Like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. At some point, somebody gotta be there to tell them kids or to shut the fuck up. 1, 2. I was also told you gotta fucking treat them motherfuckers with just as much respect as you treat the damn judge. Damn it, because they could fuck you over just as bad as the judge could.
I mean, it's not just about the police. Just an adult, period.
Yeah, that part too.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the respect, bro? Like
y'all irritate me now.
No, I mean, but there's a thin line between right and wrong too, for sure. But at the same time, like the whole, like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. The way they acting in the ways, like, okay, tell them what they need to know, just get the fuck on. If you ain't got to tell them shit, then just get the fuck on. I mean, you got the right to stand to be where the fuck you at, obviously. But I mean, I don't know.
Got nothing to do with you. The fuck on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Well, here he goes. You about to get on us.
I'm about to, man. I'm about to.
I mean, go ahead.
Cause you said multiple times, where are the adults? They're wearing badges. The adults are wearing badges, and they have a job. They got one job: enforce the law. Just don't keep grabbing people just because you in your feelings. That's the number one thing that I address. Kids gonna be kids, and first off, it's not against law for them to run their mouth. You can say as us, like maybe a father to a child or some shit like that. Like, yeah, you need to be more respectful and all this woo stuff. But that comes after these people that are in uniform that take our tax dollars, that enforce laws around us, that decide they just want to grab up random black kids. For what? One of them said, I'm taking you in, this instruction and loitering because you don't want to answer my questions. That's constitutionally incorrect. That's a lawsuit. Like, look, we coming for these kids, but these kids we know about the police. You think they parents don't know about the police? You think they got a good feeling or they happy and nice and just, yeah, whatever the officer says. They know the history of this country when how the police treat us. You think they got any type of fucking respect for them? Hell to the no. But one thing I will say, when we talk about the kids being disrespectful, what law did any of them kids break? They had them yanked up. The focus shouldn't be on them goddamn kids. Them focus shouldn't be on them goddamn kids. It should be on them goddamn cops. We talking about these goddamn kids. Fuck that. Why would I expect these kids to act normal and respectful when you got people out here just grabbing people up? You gonna sit there and still be like, yes sir, yes sir. They done yanked your cousin up, threw him on the fucking ground. And you still over here, yes sir, yes sir. I'm just gonna go about my business. Fuck you not. So why we even talking like that? That's crazy as fuck. That's some lay down shit. These kids ain't lay down like the older generation. They are not like the older generation. I'm right there with them. I'm not with that lay down shit. Nah, that's fucked up. I'm gonna say something about it. You can't tell me to leave. You don't even know if I live here. They kept saying it multiple times. I don't think nobody listened to them. When the cops kept saying, if you don't live here, leave. Them kids didn't leave. How did the cops know they don't live there? But they grabbing them though. They grabbing them up. We ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about how the kids are talking. Bitch, I be talking like that.
I've been said. No, I already said that already, Jay. Them grabbing the kids like that for no reason is just wild.
We're not disagreeing about that. Like,
no, but the part about like where the parents at in terms of how to handle yourself in that situation, yeah, I'm wondering where they at. Because if they would have taught that little girl some shit, she wouldn't have ran up on that cop like that. Damn, they ran him the fuck over.
There you go. The parents are not there because the kids just got out of school, man. Y'all done been around after school fights. I
know that, but I'm talking about.
I'm just saying though, it'd be one or two people fighting, and everybody else be like 30, 40 people come to watch the fight. Now the police got called. All y'all standing around after the fight didn't happen. Ain't none of y'all did nothing. Y'all just watched the fight, and now they yanking all of y'all up. The people that done fought done left. Now they yanking y'all up. That's the situation that we in right now. The parents ain't around. They just got out of school. These the kids that either walk home or ride the bus. Parents ain't gonna be around. We can't be asking for the parents to be around. How many times y'all parents can pick y'all up for school on the regular? Picture when you in middle school and high school. Your parents picked you up every goddamn day? No.
No.
Mine didn't either. I got on the bus, I walked home. This is the situation that we in right now. These kids got out of school. It was a fight after school. They watched the fight. Now the cops show up and they just yanking random kids up. That's what's going on. I'm not finna talk to these kids about fucking how they talking to the police. The police, they just watch the police pull up and just start grabbing motherfuckers. Fuck, I'm supposed to be talking to them nice for. And then on top of that, I got the right to talk to them however I want. Like, we keep forgetting the laws. We get caught up in how we feel about how the situation looks. At the end of the day, ain't none of them kids break no law. What law they break for the cops to put hands on them? They ain't break none. It's more of a situation where we need to understand this is how they treat our kids and they treat us. That should be the issue, not about how these kids fucking talking. That's another conversation for another day. But not in this situation. They just came out and started grabbing black kids. You think they would have did that to white kids?
Nah, I ain't arguing that at all. I ain't arguing none of them points. That's a fact.
I said I covered this video, man. I was pissed off about this video, but here, I'm gonna let it keep going, man, because I know Rob said I'm getting on y'all. I ain't trying to get on y'all. I'm just trying to maybe give y'all a different perspective on viewing it. And I'm like, dude, I ain't got no issue with these kids right now, man. Like, somebody came up in my neighborhood and slapped the shit out of my mama and shit, and the cops show up, and the dude that slapped my mama standing behind him, I'm gonna keep talking shit to this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what they talking about.
No, that's a fact.
On the ground, like, I'm gonna
My
keep
issue
talking
was
to
for
you.
my issue is for the parents, not the kids.
Well, they just got out of school, so the parents ain't gonna be
I'm talking
around.
about in general though, like
just the teaching part of it, though, Jay.
like I ain't
Teaching them
talking about
what?
just at this moment. I'm talking about in general, like
I'm saying teach them what? What you want them to teach them to not say nothing when they see the cops doing fucked up shit?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, nigga, how to handle yourself in certain situations. I'm not saying don't go ballistic or none that other shit, because you obviously gonna have your emotions going on in that moment. But don't go fucking tackle the damn cop, my nigga.
Well, look, for the little girl, the one
don't
little
try to
girl that did
argue
that,
with the cop if it ain't got
you
shit
think
to do with you.
now I ain't got look the people that were over there talking. One of them say that's his big sister, the other one say that's his cousin. So obviously they relate to somebody, so they got something to do with them. The only one I would have some issue with would be the little boy in the red jacket and the fat girl that ran up over there. She shouldn't have ran up over there, and he shouldn't have ran up over there either. Stand back at a distance and voice your opinion from a distance. Don't run up on them.
Yeah,
Everybody else after that, like the boy shouldn't have got approached and put in handcuffs. The little girl that they just grabbed up and put in the back of the car, the one they putting in there right now, she shouldn't have been fucking approached. None of them motherfuckers should have been fucked with. The two that came up and said something, yeah, you can say something to them, but they only came up because they saw what the cops did to somebody else. They fuck with the yellow. Like, we gotta admit, like, we gotta be real and track how this shit go. And I wish that's why I be wanting to be on juries. Those kids wouldn't have did nothing. That little girl wouldn't have ran over there. That little boy in the red wouldn't have ran over there if the cops didn't yank up a kid that they didn't know did anything. It all started from one nexus. Everything starts at one point, then it branches out. The cops fucked up in the beginning by hemming that boy up because he didn't want to talk to him. Then everything else came downhill off of that. We blaming the kids. We sitting around here talking about what the kids should have did. I wish I would have more grown ass people when they see the cops doing fucked up shit to run up on their ass. Like run them bitches out of our goddamn neighborhoods when they do that fucked up shit. They just gonna grab one random ass nigga walking across the street and he ain't did nothing. We know he ain't did nothing. And he yank him up and we all just sit back there and watch. Nah, go fuck their ass up and get them the fuck up out of here. Like, nah, we need to get back on that type of time, man. That's why motherfuckers do what the fuck they do right now. So many people done laid down. That's why shit's so fucked up right now. Because people don't say nothing. They just sit there and watch it happen to somebody else. Them kids got, man, look, I respect a lot of shit that them kids got in their soul. I respect a lot of shit they got in their soul. Because our ancestors wouldn't be on that type of shit. During Martin Luther King time, they wouldn't be on that type of shit. Malcolm X folks, they wouldn't be on that type of time. I see you fucking one of my brothers up now. We gonna come up, the whole community gonna come up and holler at you. Them kids doing it one at a time. I got mad respect for them kids, but that's just me. I'm sorry.
no, like me and Rob said, we ain't mad at the kids. We mad at the fucking parents for, you know what I'm saying? Just the teacher aspect of it, Jay. That's all. We ain't saying don't tell the kids to go do that. Obviously, because like you said, you're supposed to stand up for what the fuck is right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But at the same fucking time, learn how to fucking talk to them. If the fucking police is asking you that shit, and you clearly ain't got nothing to do with the situation, you tell them that, nigga. I don't know what the fuck y'all investigating. I ain't got nothing to do with that boss, but I'm going home and walk the fuck away. If they do all the extra shit, which they did, that's on them. Obviously, you got a lawsuit on your hands. But as far as like with me and Rob was probably, I don't know what Rob specifically was pointing at. Probably was some other shit too, but I was specifically pointing at the little girl and the little dude in the red. The fuck y'all do all the extra shit for? You hitting the police, that's an assault charge, bro. Somebody should have told you that.
Well, I think the little girl know that. I think she know that.
Exactly. And our parents are supposed to teach you. Obviously, if somebody hit you,
man.
hit them back. But don't run up on the motherfucker just hitting people.
Like she a girl. The girls operate differently than guys do. We know that our penalty for us acting out is a lot more severe than what the fuck theirs is. So a lot of girls don't have the fucking mindset and the thinking process of that. And I can say that, look, she shouldn't have ran up over there, but ain't no telling what was going through her head, man. She emotional. That's her cousin or her brother or whatever the fuck it was, and she seeing them just grab her cousin or brother up. Man, look, some people have that mindset. I know dudes that crash out like that. It's like, man, what the fuck you grab my brother for? Like, even in the club, your cousin could slap the shit out of somebody, but you ain't see your cousin slap him. Then you see somebody come and try to swing at them. You just gonna run in and just hail off on them. But your cousin was in the wrong. People do that every goddamn day.
That's true.
It all look, man. This all shit stems from one situation of them cops rolling up and grabbing that one boy, and he ain't do nothing. He ain't do a goddamn thing. That's where it all stems from. Like, we can talk about the reactions of everybody else after the fact, but it really matters what initiated all that. That's the way I think about it. Now, I could be wrong. I could be completely fucking wrong. But if this didn't happen, this wouldn't happen.
True. That did spark the fire.
We focusing on what happened. And I'm like, nah, if we start right here, like, we can correct the kids all day about how to deal with the cops and shit. Like, everybody need to talk to their kids about how they need to talk to the cops and deal with the cops when they're in the presence of the cops. But we also need to have a conversation, and I think it should be a bigger and more focused conversation about how the cops should do their goddamn job. Mainly, follow the fucking law. Just don't run up. I mean, you get a call about some black kids fighting and just grab up every black kid, even though you don't know who the fuck was fighting. I think that's key.
Yeah.
I don't know what investigation. I don't know if they do that anymore. Do they investigate anymore?
Shit, they should, but shit, fuck it. Let's get the video over real quick though.
All right.
I'm not sure where you got that rule from, but that's not a rule.
I don't have to answer your question.
You're right. You don't have to answer my question. You can go in handcuffs. Now it's called loitering, prowling, and obstruction. Have a seat. We need more cars.
They have your phone. Do you live out here? Yes. Okay, what apartment do you live in? No, I don't live in this apartment. Okay.
I live down the street.
I live here, but I don't live here. You live here? Have your mother come see me. I'm not even paying with you. Appreciate it.
This is the way this works. If you do not live on this premises, then you are loitering or prowling, which means you are required to identify yourself to me. If you do live here, and I ask you your name and where you live, and you can't provide it, now you're required to quell my suspicions that you're not loitering and prowling, which is why you're in handcuffs in the back of my car. Now, what's your name?
Y'all heard how this is a law enforcement officer and he just told a bold-faced ass fucking lie? If you don't live here, you need to tell me that you don't live here. And if you do live here, you need to tell me where you live at. Otherwise, you're getting charged. Motherfucker, I got the Fifth Amendment. I got the right to remain fucking silent. Fuck is he talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, he got motherfuckers out here operating underneath the color of law and they breaking the law. They not holding up the Constitution. That kid don't gotta. First off, he a fucking minor. You can tell that's a minor. You can't interrogate a minor without their parents being present. But he don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Now he making up laws. I don't know. That shit irritates me, man.
Cameron, I don't want you to be in handcuffs, but I want to take you to jail. I would much rather call your mom to come pick you up.
Hey, yo, hold up. Chill out. First of all, we're going to start this whole thing over.
How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm her mother. Why is my daughter in handcuffs?
Your daughter is in handcuffs because she was fighting and then thought it was a good idea for her to try to swing on the police. So as of right now, your daughter is about to go to the juvenile detention center. You can ask them questions.
Okay, also, where's my son?
Who's your son?
Your little life.
He in the car too.
He in the
They tried to tackle. No, this is what happened. She was not fighting. They was jumping a boy, and then Rashad had jumped in, and I guess they tried to arrest him too. So that's when.
We're gonna stop all this. So this is the way this works.
That's your daughter?
That's my daughter, and that's my son.
Your daughter is under arrest. She hit 2 officers.
What did the officers do to my baby?
They tried to tackle Rashad, and that's when she jumped over him.
Hey, all right. Do we have a Rashad in custody?
Her brother.
He's the first one to charge that.
But there's no charges on him? No charges. All right, so, ma'am, excuse me. So right now, your son, Rashad, I believe he's one of the ones we had to change his belly. He's not being charged with anything, okay? Apparently there was a large fight out here. We don't know why yet. As this large fight broke out, officers arrived on scene here and they tried to gain control. Your son, Rashad, charged at one of the officers. Didn't get hit, didn't hit anybody or anything like that, so he was detained. When that happened, I guess his sister came up and that's when she struck 2 officers. That's why she is now detained and being placed under arrest. Okay?
So out of this whole fight, my daughter the only person going to jail?
As of right now, yeah.
Mom! I want to speak to my mother. Mom! Shut up, boy! I know you won't now!
What you keep hollering for me for? You don't think I can hear you? Do you not understand that I'm already pissed off? Because you told me that you were staying after school. So how the hell your ass end up in some...
He called me and said...
And I don't give a when nobody called you and say, and you supposed to be your ass at my house. So how you get crossed out to spend a car? I don't give a... Why is my daughter going to jail? Because you doing some extra...
No, ma'am, they were trying to jump more and I jumped in.
I just started shooting.
You got anything on you? Tell me now. A lighter? Where? Don't reach for it. Have you been around weed? Because your clothes reek of it. Is there any on you?
I'm going to check the back of the patrol car. I'm going to find it if it's there, okay?
You might as well just tell us.
In
Your
your
sock?
sock?
All right. And I'll take your shoes off. Pop those up. All right. Sit back in the car. She got nothing in her boxers.
Just the joint?
Just the joint. She had weed on her.
Yeah, we don't. No charges, right? No charges. Mom's right there. She comes over, we'll release. No charges. No charges. Mom's on the way. Once she gets here, we'll release. Got it?
She had a joint in her sock.
Who does?
The female in that car.
Who's that one?
She's the one who threatened to kill us last time, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Tell me what exactly went on.
So, our officers responded to a fight that just occurred here. There's apparently 20 individuals. Just a large fight.
Yeah.
When they arrived on scene, a lot of people scattered.
Yeah.
A couple people came running up, and a couple people ended up being detained because they were trying to fight police officers.
So I'm the new senior manager here.
Okay.
I'm not going to tolerate it. So if you are tied into this and you live on my property, you're going to get a notice to vacate. Okay. Already done got it from my ADO.
Have you met Linda? This is the property manager.
Good. I'm going to get with her.
Okay.
You hurt me a little bit?
You okay?
All right, JV. So look, you already covered this video. You said, right?
Yeah.
So what the fuck was the end result of all this shit? Because I know this shit still lasts a little bit longer, and obviously they're gonna keep talking person to person to person. But what the hell happens? And by the way, what up, Wallow? What up, Wally?
What's going on?
Man, same shit, different day. Appreciate you for hopping up. Now, Jay, what the fuck happened up there?
Right, in run is the girl that ran up on the cops, she went to jail. The girl that they just found a blunt in her sock, she went to jail. All the boys got released. And I guess I can throw in the best part. The best part was when one of the mothers, the boy that got hemmed up first, his mother showed up. His mother showed up, and the cops said he did this and did that. They told some bold-faced ass lies, and she was like, "That's some bullshit," because she know how she raised her son, and that was pretty much a highlight of the whole thing. But yeah, those two girls went to jail, and two girls went to jail, and everybody else got released.
Yeah,
so they showed up for two dudes fighting and arrested two girls.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. But Rob, I know you sat through this little thing. I don't know, Wally, if you was watching, but if you were, Rob and Wally, give your opinions about this whole little video situation.
I mean, the overall thing I think about, I mean, you think about ain't no shit I haven't really experienced in this situation. Large fight, somebody call the police, arrest some niggas, but niggas ain't going to jail for real. So, I mean, the whole situation is, I mean, it's fucked up. It's somewhat borderline pointless, but shit. I guess the best thing that could happen, nobody lost their life. So, yeah, we know there's a lot of these situations. What we seen, somebody lose their life. So at least that did. But that's what I say about it.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm definitely glad that didn't happen. But Wale, my dog, what's going on with you? But how you feel about the situation, though, G, if you was watching?
Wasn't watching, just came in. To the lack thereof of what I've heard, honestly, pretty much the same sentiments as Rob. We're glad no one didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that situation was pretty crazy for all them kids getting snatched up like that. But last but not least, JV, I know you covered this shit, but go ahead and, give us the rundown of how you feel about this shit.
Look, I understand that nobody, in the grand scheme of things, got physically harmed. Like, nobody got deleted. But I want people to understand that this shit lingers in people's minds. I got shotguns pulled on me when I was fucking 16 years old on a basketball team right after a game by cops. That shit stays with me. Like, a lot of shit that happened to us, I'm pretty sure all y'all can relate back to something that y'all can remember when y'all were kids. This shit traumatized these kids. And these kids are already set up in a mindset because if all those kids had a good mindset or a good thought process about how the police did their job. Like maybe one of them actually wanted to be a cop. You think they want to be a cop after that situation?
Yeah, no.
Like we got to think about the physical and the mental of it. Yeah, I'm glad ain't nobody get deleted, but if somebody would have got deleted, that would just took this shit to super egregious because it was already egregious from the get go. It was already egregious from the get go. Like this shows you what the fuck your taxpayer dollars are going to. They got a call for a fight. They arrested a girl for running up on the cops, and they arrested another girl after they found weed in her shoe after they hemmed her up for nothing. This is great police work. Oh, did y'all solve the fight crime? Nope. But we got 2 people arrested. I don't care about nothing that them kids did, man. I ain't tripping on that. If I'm their parent, yeah, I'll address that shit at home. But seeing this video, I'll be at a city council meeting. I'll be at a city council meeting on this shit right now. Cause I'm like, dude, what the fuck are your officers doing? Do we not train these motherfuckers to investigate and solve the fucking problem? No, we just train them to do whatever the fuck they want, make up laws on the books. They interrogating kids. These kids, by law, they can't say nothing to these kids. Like, you can't be asking these kids questions, and they putting motherfuckers in handcuffs because they didn't want to answer a question. They're not even allowed to ask them questions by law. They're law enforcement. I think people need to really understand the motherfuckers that wear these badges and uniforms, man. People be putting them up in the highest echelon standard of society. They're all heroes. No, the fuck you not. Just like everybody that was in the military with me ain't no fucking hero. There's a lot of pieces of shit in that motherfucker. A lot of pieces of shit. Hey, these kids got traumatized from some shit that happened today. Yeah, the kids shouldn't have been fighting, but guess what? We didn't get to see the people that were fighting. We just got to see a bunch of kids that wanted to watch a fight, just like we all wouldn't go watch a fight too. So I ain't gonna hold it, man. And if you see something happening that's wrong, man, say something. You know what they always tell us? If you see something, say something. Well, guess what? Them kids were saying something, and we had a problem with them saying something. Like, nah, man, that shit ain't it, man. They didn't come in and solve any problem. They didn't solve the problem that they came to solve, because the problem was already over with. That's why I tell people all the time, cops respond. They don't stop crime. They respond to crime. And that by the time that crime was over with, and honestly, I don't even consider it a crime, because it's mutual combat between 2 people. We host fighting events all the goddamn time, and people pay money to watch it. So I'm like, nah, man. It was a bullshit, there was bullshit, man. I think it was bullshit all across the board. We can teach our kids to walk away from them and not say nothing to them, but we need to be focused on teaching these motherfuckers how to do their job the correct way. They took an oath just like I did, not just because I feel some type of way, just because I profile some certain type of kid, don't mean that that's okay. I don't give a fuck what the fuck uniform I got on. But that's my thoughts, man. That just brought up some bad memories for me right there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everybody's sentiments. I mean, I'm just happy nobody got deleted, like we already repeated. But I mean, overall, shit, if motherfuckers learn how to do the job the right way, we ain't got to worry about shit like this going wrong. For what I'm saying. And starting with the police, you got to do your investigative work. And even going back to the fucking parenting thing, like we have said before. I know JV might not 100% agree with it, but it still is the damn truth. Motherfucking, you got to still teach your kids how to handle these situations. Even, you know what I'm saying, even if they have never been in, you know what I'm saying, put in them situations before. You never know what the fuck could happen. That's why we fucking have fire drills and shit like that. Your city may not ever have a fucking tornado or some shit like that, but I guarantee you probably gonna have a tornado drill at whatever business you got. Just some precautionary measures. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I agree with you. Like, if you were in the wrong and you did something, I understand talking to the cops a certain type of way so you don't get fucked up even more. I agree with that. And I always tell my kids to be like, if it came down to it, I tell them, be respectful. But if you see something wrong happening, man, I'm not finna tell them to close their motherfucking mouth.
Oh yeah, no. Always
I'm
speak
not
up.
finna tell them. I'm not finna, dude. Remember, this shit all came from them yanking up one kid that literally we all looked at him. He don't look like he was fighting. That boy got his book bag on his back, ain't got no dirt on his clothes or nothing. He got a black hoodie on with some khakis. His hair ain't messed up. He got dreadlocks. You know if the motherfucker was fighting, he probably fell on the ground or some shit. He ain't got no marks on his face, nothing. That's the one y'all ran up on. I'm not, man. Look, man. If my dog, if my son, let's say I have a son, I see him, he see his sister getting hemmed up. I'm not telling that motherfucker to sit there try to talk it out with the people and shit. Man, go knock a motherfucker the fuck out. Like, say something about this shit. I ain't gonna tell you to fight the police, but I'm like, dude, don't. We can't be in that get down type shit no more, man. We can't do that get down shit no more, man. I respect Martin Luther King all the time, but bro, we can't be on that get down shit. We can't be. I mean, y'all motherfuckers better open your mouth and say something. I ain't telling you put your hands on the motherfuckers, but goddamn, open your mouth and say something. Record the motherfuckers or something at least. The only reason we got the video from this shit is because people said something about it. Like that, the sad part, the person who requested the video was the mother of that kid that they hemmed up first, because she knew her son didn't do nothing. She requested the video, and it took her a year and a half to get it. As soon as she got it, she put that shit on the goddamn internet. I think they got paid out too. I think they got like $75,000 some shit off of this.
That wouldn't surprise me, but overall, it's still a fucked up ass situation though.
Yeah, all the way. And the girl that had weed on her, they dropped the charges on that.
Yeah, I figured because you can't charge somebody with something else after you find, you know what I'm saying, with something else on them already.
Yeah, any fruit from a poisonous tree, you got to throw it out. The only one that actually got a charge and the little girl got probation, the one that ran up on him. But it was a lie to say that she swung on him. She didn't swing on the officer. They swore she swung on her. She didn't swing on them.
Nah, she just bumped him pretty much.
Yeah, she
bum rushed
ran
him.
into the motherfucker and shit. She ran into him. She grabbed her brother real quick, like, because her brother ended up on the backside of her. She was
Yeah, he was trying to prevent her from going to jail. So yeah, but that's that situation. Like I said, it's a lot to learn.
Let me apologize real quick. Like, Rob, I'm not trying to come at you. CJ, I'm not trying to come at you either. I'm just real passionate about that shit, and I don't like seeing shit like that happen. Like, we can correct our kids and we can do that shit at home. My biggest focus is the people that take our money without our consent. Because I don't know if any of y'all ever signed up to pay for the cops, but I know I never did. I'd rather hold them to a higher standard when they ain't fucking asked me for permission to take my money. Like, my kids would be something completely fucking different. Obviously, you want to raise them up the right way and make them avoid situations like this shit. But I'm like, the motherfuckers that's taking my money and you abusing me, I just can't go for that type of shit. I can't never be on that type of time. And that's where all my number one focus will always go to in these type of situations. That's just me. So, but I apologize to y'all. I wasn't trying to come at y'all no type of way. I'm just passionate about that shit.
Nah, you good. I get it.
No, I definitely understand too, bro. I definitely understand for sure. But we've been on this motherfucker 2 hours though. Has been, you know what I'm saying, a pretty long show. Wally, I know you hopped on late, but obviously you and me gonna do some more shit probably this week anyway. But while we get up out of here, Wally, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me here anytime when CJ gets, back to the regular schedule, and hopefully no other problems happen. And besides that, check me out on my teams over there at Takashi Media Group. That's it.
Yeah, appreciate you for hopping on as always, my boy. My nigga Rob, my nigga Big Back for Life. Let everybody know where they can find you at, G.
Excuse me. But yeah, Big Back for Life, man. You know what I'm saying? Catch my Instagram, man. Almost to 200K. YouTube, steady growing. Just hit 4,500. So yeah, got some things coming up, man. Got working with some restaurants, they a few of them got in contact with me, so expect some things coming that way. And so yeah, man, we growing, man. And I'm just been working, man, working in silence the best way I can, so I can just pop out.
Man, working hard as always, man. Because if you ain't working hard, you fucking hardly working. Thought this nigga was finna start rapping fucking round of applause when he burped in the beginning though, but it's alright.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Oh God, it definitely was. But JVJ, let everybody know where they can find you at, though, my nigga.
All right, check it. Number one, I gotta promote this. Hey, look, JV Gaming Saturdays and Sundays we be streaming over there. So if y'all like to play Call of Duty, now I'm unfortunately on Madden 25. So if y'all want to run one, shoot the one real quick like on that. Y'all can catch me over there. Just drop your gaming tag. But over on the network, obviously the days when we do that. But on Let's Talk, I'm about to get back to the regular schedule. I'm gonna slow down on live stream, so if I do live streams, it's mainly gonna be on the network. But I'm about to start posting videos like I did from the beginning. So at least starting tomorrow, y'all be getting 2 real videos a day. So tune in and keep rocking with your boy. We're gonna be dropping shorts on the regular. Yep.
Yeah. Man, as always, appreciate you, JBJ. Appreciate everybody down there who had commented during the video. And everybody that's helping here on the panel. You can find me, CJ, C Money, Sundays, 8 o'clock. Catch my fucking music channels. All the links is in the description. Y'all already know what it is, but we about to get about this bitch, though. Deuces.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.